described all that shit. It didn't have anything to do with her being black. It had everything to do with her just not paying attention and not wanting to have an honest
conversation. No, it had everything to do with her being an angry black.
I don't think she realizes there's the argument for why. First of all, you could argue that, and even the left would agree with this. We literally started as a white supremacist country. We remained that way for quite some time. Even in 1965, when the Hart-Celler Immigration Act passed, it was there was a couple of polls that were done. It was unpopular with the general with the American population. And I believe it was like Robert F. Kennedy said, "Oh, well, don't worry, it's not going to change the demography of America," which it absolutely did. But we, like this country, both the founders and the population as a whole, this country was the only people who could vote, and the people who had all the power in this country were white men. Nobody's going to deny that, left or right. They were the only ones allowed to have fucking power and make decisions. This was a country built by white men.
Well, it's not like there were other demographics, and these demographics were just like watching shit happen. I mean, other demographics were introduced over time, and then America dealt with those demographics the way it dealt.
Not pre-1960s, not really.
Hey, if you want to talk about, like, in contrast to blacks and natives, I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but natives were not. They didn't have any power.
Exactly.
Blacks didn't have any power. That's why I said that whites. That's why I said that this country. When I say it was literally led and founded by whites, that was because they wanted it that way and they made it that way.
So the colonial project, obviously.
Yeah, and so that's not. There's no academic on the left or right that would disagree with that part. Now, the people who will say, when it comes to America, that they'll say, well, it's not a white country. First of all, what do you mean? The country itself, until it was created, was a piece of fucking land. We had a revolution. And, there's some land purchases. These white men created a fucking country. You speak a European language. The religion was brought over here, that they were practicing in Europe.
The STDs.
And, all kinds of stuff. And, it was absolutely a country that, since its inception, they pretty much only thought white people should be allowed to immigrate here. And quite frankly, if you go far back enough, should only be allowed to be citizens.
America isn't just like the 13 colonies and their expansion and their central government. I mean, the West, the southern West of this country is, why can't we say, these states are Mexican? This is all Mexican nation.
Oh, because we
Mexicans have the right of self-determination on this land. Like, who determines?
Which land?
I don't know. The sea to shining sea. That land.
Well, sure, but I would say the problem is that from the inception of the country, it was created one way by one specific group of people. And those were predominantly Anglo Protestants from the British Isles.
I get how the project might have kicked off. Like, I understand that. But who's to say, well, because, Europeans kicked off this project in the New World, that means they inherit, like, any sort of, like, position of authority.
Well, I guess I could ask you that question. I could ask you that same question.
Why should become Jews?
Okay, why should Gazans have the right to stay in Gaza just because their ancestors were there? Would you like that question?
We're there.
What about Palestinians? Should they have a right?
We're there because we don't have any other place to go. It's
not yours. Why can't the Jews? Shut up, Rich. Why can't the Jews do self-determination on the West Bank? Isn't that their right? Sea to the river.
If Jews were people and their claims checked out, I would have been like, all right, yeah, you guys got a point, but their shit doesn't check out. That's all.
What doesn't check out?
Do we really want to change the topic to Jews?
No, we don't have to, but you're saying the same shit about, like, well, yes, we fucking created this country. It's been here for hundreds of years.
America, again, there's generations created this country, generations that come from different backgrounds, and these generations, when they set roots, they're counting on the future generations, having equal rights and being considered Americans. And if this country ends up which seems inevitable at this point, by 2070, this country's supposed to be a Latino majority. What is this? Do you believe that people of European background or heritage have some sort of inherent right to, if that reality comes into play, that they can say, screw democracy? And at this point, it's our land and it's our inheritance, and we get to do whatever the hell we want, even if it goes against, the inalienable rights, God has given us.
Well, they have the bigger guns.
Is that what you mean? We're allowed to make stupid decisions?
Hey, Pepe or the mods, I don't know if you want to look at the chat. If you want to go back to the original conversation, I think people are more interested in that.
Well, let me take away, Pepe. Like Europeans, when they got over here, right? They were under rule of the Moors for 700-800 years, so they got to learn and study like high civilization.
Wait, the Moors where?
In Europe.
No, the Moors are not
The Moors are not even black. They were more related to Europeans.
Why are we even talking about black?
The Moors.
Why are we talking about black?
Because
we're talking about what
the
they
Moors
actually learned.
constituted a portion of the Umayyad dynasty, and the Moors were Berbers.
Who
The
cares
Berber
what
tribes
color
are
they
from
were?
North
Like,
Africa.
And the Berbers are the whitest fucking whitest people of Africa.
Yeah, who cares what color they are? It's about what they learned under them and what they like. They got to experience high society, and they got to bring those same values.
We were high society before we went.
No, you weren't. You were in the black plague.
Yeah, we were. First of all, again, see, that's why people clapping back on you. You're
y'all were in
already
medieval times.
All right, guys, I don't want to. Okay, let's just so there's people in the chat. Not like I usually give a shit what Moose has to say, but yeah, we can talk about it because we did have this room. I did originally make it about
Can you
it's really
question?
no. Hold on, dude. I have to go through this again. Okay, so like everybody knows me and like the stuff that I say and the kind of, we just all know what I say in the kinds of rooms I would open or conversations I'd participate in. Now, my last account, it lasted like a year and a half, and you guys know what I was saying on my account. Now, I did get, we know about the very public feud I had with a few individuals on Clubhouse, but mainly one. And, I know that, they're kind of teaming up. Now, since then, I'd say this has been going on for over a week. I've had my account clipped like every fucking day. And I mean, every day. And I'm just like, holy shit. How does that happen? Because like, I would say shit that would piss off whole rooms, that I was in, where it'd be like, a couple hundred people or 300 or 400 people even. And, I'm guessing people would have reported me, but I was not getting clipped. And I remember telling Mikkel, and I was like, dude, I sometimes wonder if there was somebody who called the FBI on me live over, something stupid. And it was they took a clip out of context and a bunch of people were in that room. So they know I didn't say what he thought I was saying, but I was wondering well, maybe I am being monitored. And so they're just we won't kick them. I could have been too paranoid, but then I remember Mikkel was saying, no, it's probably just because oh, you're Pepe and they kind of expect you to say the stuff you say. So then they don't really care anymore. And yeah, I was not getting clipped. Then all of a sudden getting a feud with these people. And this individual had made a room after they got
about Jews because I know apparently.
No, we're not.
White
No.
supremacists.
No, these people aren't Jews.
Sensitive about
No, there's no. The people I got into it with were not Jewish.
But they have access, like El Normo,
Yeah, but I wasn't. Yeah, but I didn't get into it with El Normo.
Friends, he rubbed shoulders with the JBs, and they can pull, certain strings.
Well, sure. So I did. So I remember, like, I got a house clipped, which had like 7,000 followers, and I got like 2 accounts clipped at once, and then, this guy made a room gloating about it afterwards. He's like, I got 46,000 followers in my house. No, you got 20. And I was like, oh, but that's not your house, bro. And they ended up kicking him as an admin, so now he doesn't have a house with 46,000. That sucks. But anyways, he did make the comment, like, I have a feeling he's going to be getting clipped like a lot. So like, you better stop making accounts. And I was like, huh? But then I have been getting clipped every day. And like today, I got a notification. It says for doxing. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, I didn't dox anybody today. I got one yesterday. It says for doxing. It's like, who the fuck did I dox? Then it would be like the day before that, spam. What the fuck do you mean spam? I'm not spamming anybody. I don't even fucking post it, really in anything.
What docs, Roger? But
I
appreciated this.
Shut the fuck up, Rich. All right, dude, do you want to get kicked out of the fucking room? I know you like to be a fucking troll, but honestly, you were kind of stirring the fucking pot.
Just kick
No,
him
but you're
out.
stirring the fucking pot,
I'm the
dude.
entire reason that all this started, Pepe.
Rich,
God,
you
there
need,
it
you
is.
need,
There it is.
Rich, you need to, sorry. I'm so
I know.
sorry. Hold on just a second. Rich, please calm down. You
Okay.
need to hear some things. Just trust me on this, bro. Keep going, Pepe.
So they were saying this, and then Adams took credit for getting he took credit for getting my houses or my house and my accounts clipped.
Damn.
And he did say, who did he tell that? Who was he telling that he had like Michelle King do it?
I don't know about that, but he said that he's friends with Joe Armenia. I guess he's in charge of Clubhouse community.
I heard that one too. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and he's said that for a while now. That's not something recent, but.
So and this is so I'm like looking at my history on this app, and I'm thinking like, dude, I've said things that have pissed off like whole rooms where people will say like reported, and it's like my account doesn't get clipped. Now I will literally go, one whole day, and my account gets clipped for something I didn't even fucking do. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, that is weird. I've been been going in any big rooms. How is this happening? And it's either they're abusing the mass reporting feature, and somehow whoever processes it at Clubhouse is just not really looking into it, or asking for an audio that proves that it happened, or somebody is basically calling up somebody at Clubhouse and is just like, hey buddy, yeah dude, can you go ahead and just do me a favor, clip them for me? And it's happening that way, because this does not make sense. Like, I've never been a year and a half of the shit I would say in this app, but then suddenly I'm getting clipped on a daily basis for shit I didn't do. Like that, somebody's obviously pulling strings. And if I had to guess, I'm guessing there's probably somebody that is close to somebody at Clubhouse that has the ability to just like pull your, clip your account, because otherwise it makes no sense. But yeah, I think it's a really shitty way. Now I understand that, there's these individuals are angry at me. I didn't dox one person, but there's a person who used to come up, join Clubhouse with their real name, tell people about a YouTube video he did with another Clubhouse person. I've seen the video, and he used to have his real picture. And so, like, I went onto a stage and with a screenshot of his, his face from the YouTube video. But like all the season 1 people were like, oh yeah, that's him. Who cares? And long story short, this guy was saying like, oh, you should do a fat tax for people. You should. He was always talking about how we should do fat shaming. He was always talking about how much money he has. But then people were like, "Oh yeah, dude, we used to make fun of him. He used to, sell Pokemon's cards, and he lived in his mom's house." And then, from the video, you can see this motherfucker's overweight, and it's just like, okay, here's. Well, I don't want to dox him. That's why I only took a screenshot of his face.
Did you hear the audio clip?
No,
Which one?
Oh no.
Can you play it?
Well, it's not my room.
Pepe, I could tell
You can
like,
play-
clipped.
Okay, let's see, dude. If you're trolling, dude, I'm just
Not.
gonna kick you out.
No, 110%. JB admitted that he was in a room with the founder of Clubhouse, the Jewish guy, I can't remember his fucking name, and that he was telling him that, Pepe and a bunch of other people were doxing him and shit. And he said, I never fucking made him get his fucking account clipped, but, I did tell the fucking founder of the fucking, Clubhouse, such and such as, I don't remember his fucking name, the Jewish guy. But he's like, yeah, I fucking told him, in a room, he came in my room and we got 36,000 fucking people in my fucking house. And, this motherfucker's trying to clip, dox me and shit and Roger. And, but I'm not saying that I had him clipped, but, I did tell the fucking founder. That's what he said.
Well,
It's on John Kitover
He
Redmond's.
was in high places. I told you.
Hi, Pat Vickers.
Hold on a second. I'll play a clip in a second if Pepe says it's all right, but he'll have to change the audio
Yeah.
quality. But this is the thing, Rich. Okay, that's fine. But why? It's clearly written in the terms of service. You are not allowed to speak poorly on the deceased or victims of tragedy. Like, that's clear. It has been kind of base one against the rules of service since Clubhouse season 1. So how come I have JB speaking poorly about my late husband, calling me a fraud, that my late husband really wasn't killed in war? Then just 2 days ago, I have some asshole named Resistance saying that he was happy that my husband was murdered because he was a murderer. And then they're not clipped.
Yeah, because you don't have a house with 36,000 people.
Right? Well,
You don't have
he
to
didn't
hear
have a house.
the
He
founder.
didn't have a house. He was renting out the house. Let's get it clear. And it appears that he got evicted from it. For this whole narrative, like, I built this house. I'm like, no, you didn't, son. You came in and grifted off others like you have every other
He got
house
kicked out of
that
Healthy
you
Debates?
tried to.
Yeah, he's no
I mean,
longer an
he's
active.
He's not an
I
admin.
didn't know that.
He's not a leader.
I've been gone
But
for a
his
week.
profile is active, so I call it evicted. But it's the pattern of it. He's done this how many times to how many different groups of people and got burnt every fucking single time. But to Pepe's title, why is that? So why is it that Joe Armenia is going to listen everything that Adams is telling him without actually having the facts, but he won't even, or Clubhouse won't even clip the people that clearly have broken the terms of service, and I have actually audio clips of them doing it.
And that's the-
Recents of them doing
Yeah,
it.
shut the fuck up,
That
Rich.
is,
Hold on a second.
that is
No,
the
shut up.
problem. That is the problem. And Rich, the thing is
Okay.
you're included in it. Adams is taking credit for getting you clipped multiple
Oh,
times.
yeah,
as
but I
well.
have 800 accounts.
I understand that. But if you want to continually and grow, so your voice is then being suppressed, your opinion, you're not allowed
Yeah,
to
not
use
really.
the social audio app that you download and use. That's the hypocrisy of it. So, Pepe, I'll go ahead and play the clip in just a second, but you need to change the
Yeah, I will in a
audio.
second. I'll do that in a second. But I just want to make this clear. I did not dox Roger, okay? I did not dox JB. JB, that's you going on your real fucking, first of all, he uses his real fucking name on Clubhouse. So you, doxing him. What the fuck are you talking about? When it comes to Adams, I never doxed him. But what's really funny is that when he was accusing me of being a doxer, which is the ironic part, he literally doxed Monica in that same fucking room. And so, you get this narrative from these people, and what's really weird is there are literally, when it comes to JB, when his other account is still it's available, he would go by Ketchikon. Million Man Marathon would do rooms about him. You had people like Grant Cardone, all kinds of people commenting on him. How many women accused him of harassment and making threats and of distributing nude photos they had sent him? He's done egregious shit on this app. And you know, it's funny. And they're saying like JB is of all fucking people. And so, yeah, I mean, it's obviously somebody got into somebody's ear at Clubhouse, and it's like, dude, no, these are actually the people that dox and do this crap. I have like controversial content and discussions, but I'm not a doxer. I don't usually make people my content.
You know what's also odd, Pepe, is the fact that, sorry, I took my earbud out, that ding dong, JB said, I'm the biggest doc app, which I think is wild. I've been on since Clubhouse season 1. And he tried to use the example and spreading the example that I doxed this woman named Christy. And even though, how can I dox her when I already have, we FaceTimed each other, I talked to her husband on this app. I mean, if you guys were in a room last night where Owen was in, when I asked him about it, he laughed. He's like, you're kidding me, right? I'm like, no. We exposed a person that had fake breast cancer and scammed a lot of money out of them. I did that with this Christy lady. So it's kind of odd that he's now saying she's the biggest doxer and that I'm going after his family. Wait, which one is it? Am I going after your family or am I preventing Pepe from bringing up your family? So make up your mind. It's kind of odd, the whole selective component of this, but
don't say prevented.
Me to play the
yeah, but
now?
KK, don't say prevented from bringing up his family because I never attempted to bring up his family.
Well, no, I'm saying someone said something about his family, and I just immediately stopped you just in case I wanted everyone to know, like, okay, you're not going to go there. So let me know when you're ready to play the audio.
Go ahead, play it.
Well, you got to change the audio sound because. Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Hold on. So there we have. So he admits it. He's made it very clear of his open relationship.
We couldn't hear it.
Armenia.
We couldn't hear it. No.
Okay,
It was
let me try it again.
total silence.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Are you playing it from another phone or speaker?
Yes, from another device.
Yeah, it was total silence.
Yeah, we thought we were still looking for it.
Are your headphones plugged in or something?
No, it's not. That's odd. Hold on.
Okay, Craig, listen, go report Pepe's account right now. We're gonna
Still nothing.
get him.
Rich, shut the fuck up!
Well, she probably thinks it's.
I know, just like let it happen. God damn. I like,
increase
dude.
the posture in the room title. We're gonna recreate. Here we go.
It's still not playing?
No. I can't hear sound.
Okay, let me try another source.
Do you have like a noise cancellation type of
Okay, this is
microphone on your
Adam
phone
Silver and
or
Jeremy. This is
settings?
Pepe.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Do you have a noise cancellation settings on? Because we can't hear like anything, like a pin drop in your background.
Wow. Hold on a second.
It's too muffled. Can you like send it to me on Telegram and I can just play it?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll play it real quick. All right, let me play it.
Was that better?
No.
So, did you guys hear that?
I did.
We heard it, but can you kind of give us a synopsis? Was that Adams?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Adams.
Claiming that he clipped you?
He's full of shit. He didn't clip nobody.
And 3 others. So I know he was gunning for Rich because he told me that personally.
He's a bullshit artist. Oh, listen, he's
Never underestimate the power of a shrewd gay black man.
I mean, he made all kinds of weird fucking accusations in his rooms.
Well, hold on a second. I'm reading a receipt that says, I'm sending this recording right now to Joe Armenia, Rico, Keegan, and Anderson need to be clipped. I mean, hold on a second. I'll give you a link so you can share the receipt, but I'm reading something literally right now with that.
He's just regurgitating what fucking JB said before he's on. He was in the room and heard JB say that. Now he's regurgitating it, saying that he's the one doing it. He's a bullshit artist, Adams is. Yeah, like it'll crash out KK and he'll be like, oh, KK was in my back channel trying to get at my booty hole and like, they'll just fucking like attack people with like stupid random shit.
You will never be able to produce any type of receipt like that, nor will a single man on this app to be able to share that, nor a woman. So that's just absolutely silly. There's a reason why I don't go in private rooms with men on Clubhouse, because they like to lie on you. Sorry, but it's true.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what Adams does. It's using it for his. Yeah, Adams is just trying to make himself relevant on Clubhouse. But verbatim, that's actually what JB was talking about, is that he talked to the Joe Armenia guy. I guess that's the guy who's like founder, right?
No, he's responsible, I believe. I ran into his profile the other day. He's responsible, I believe, for Clubhouse community. Hold on a second. Let me post that link in the chat.
Whoever it was one of the big guys at Clubhouse that came in JP's room. He was just sitting there, and he invited him on stage, and he was telling him about how, myself and Pepe and other people were trying to dox him and, fucking with him and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I'm not saying that I got fucking Pepe clipped, but, I did fucking relay this information over to such and such at Clubhouse. So, yeah, that was what JP's. Because he's a rat piece of shit.
Okay, I'm going to post the receipt that I just talked about in the chat. And if you want to, Pepe, you can put it up on the Jumbotron. So he's obviously on this. He's admitting it. We've heard an audio file of it now. We're now seeing a receipt that says, I'm sending this recording right to Joe Armenia, Rico, Keegan, and Anderson need to be clipped. So when the audio clip that you just played said, yes, I got Pepe clipped in the Three Stooges or something like that, then, I know that's Rich, and Keegan did get clipped. I don't know who Rico, I think that meant Rich and Anderson.
No, I posted it in the chat.
Yeah, but you posted the link to the Telegram channel.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
I deleted it.
Thank you. Hold on.
I'll just put it up top. You know what's funny is that JB was, he didn't know this, but he said, I gotta let you guys know, yeah, I'm gonna see a defamation attorney tomorrow, and, trying to scare me or something. And then he's like, the beauty behind that is that they gotta get his real name and his information in order to serve him. And so, like, he's basically gloating about how he'd be able to dox me. But, like, what he didn't know is that, like, when you do a, John Doe law. First of all, no attorney would say you have a case, because I did not. Bringing up like somebody's history, which you volunteer yourself on this app, and then of course when we're on this app and we see the rooms that were made about you and the allegations that were made about you, that's just sharing information. That's not defamation. And what are the monetary damages? I mean, get the fuck out of here. But anyways, it costs $7,000 to $10,000 down just for a retainer, and it generally costs about $30,000 just to do one of these lawsuits. And yeah, you're not going to pay $7,000 to dox me. I mean, give me a fucking break.
But wasn't Adams also? He's didn't he say some horrible things too about Keegan? And I don't even care for Keegan. That's been kind of known, but. It's kind of interesting that he's saying all these other people are being very very harassing and bullying, but in fact, he has more of a history of it with the words that he shares and conveys about each other than a lot of people, right?
Somebody invite that faggot in.
Well, I mean, I would say that
he's probably already in here. Come on.
I mean, the problem is that like where it's hypocritical. I mean, first of all, when it comes to Adams, it was nothing I did. The reason like he's been attacking is because we all heard what he was saying and what JB was saying. And then that's when we were all separately like, somebody came to me first, but I was suspecting it before this person, messaged me. And I know you guys were doing it to each other as well. And they're like, dude, we have a mole, don't we? And then we're all kind of asking, who do you think it is? And we're all like, yeah, Adams.
Hi, Cotton Digger.
Dude, don't do that again.
That's all right.
But he ended up, and sure enough, it's like, then all of a sudden he's kind of, he's been with JB doing the rooms. But we ended up finding out, like, hey, dude, you were in a private chat where people are, with your actual in real life friends, and
Mike,
you shared, Mike.
Oh, my bad.
No worries. And so you like real life friends like Rydell and KK, and then you share it with JB. Like nobody, we have a private chat for a fucking reason. And basically I know, the ladies that were friends with him, tried to reach out to him, talk to him about it. And he was just like deflecting.
Whoa. I just got a receipt of Adams in a chat saying we should petition Clubhouse to fire Joe Armenia. I can't make this shit up. Y'all are wild for sending me this shit. Stand by. I'll get it. I'll give you the.
I'm just saying, Adams should really chill out because certain people do know his information. I'm not gonna say who.
Well, even I know his information, but I haven't shared it with anybody. But
yeah,
it's like I know. Stop. Anyways, when it comes to Jesus Christ, so I hate it when people interrupt me. When it comes to As I say, oh yeah, him. He was basically, he got caught lying and doing something like fucked up, and giving information, maybe even a screenshot. We don't know how he did it, but some of it he would have only been able to hear because it was stuff that was being said in a private room. So he would have had to have relayed that information. He was in that private room, and yeah, he just. Now he's like, oh well, no, I'm no, it's because Pepe's wrong. It's almost like he's trying to make an excuse for why he's doing it in a weird way, and he doesn't want people to talk about it. And he's, I don't know what it is. I know Clubhouse is kind of like his life and whatever, but you know, he said that he's on a war to get me off this app, and of course, like JB, we know his motivation. It's like. We were, you know, yeah, I had rooms where I was incredibly insulting to him, and, you know, just like he was to me. And he has a lot of dirty laundry that can be aired out and receipts can be dropped, including just by showing replays on this fucking app from a few years ago. And, you know, he ended up going on to you know, I have 46,000 followers. And, you know, he used that room as his own, like, personal, he would basically make response rooms in there. And he started saying like egregious shit and stuff that was super offensive, and I was surprised he was even doing it in that house. And
Pepe, I sent you the link to that one. I mean, do you want? I mean, it's just confusing. I mean, it's interesting. I haven't been paying attention to this, but then I love it when people send me receipts. It's interesting. Can you post it on the Jumbo like you did before?
What was the eggplant about?
Yeah, but hold on a second. So anyways, I hate getting interrupted. I ended up, fuck, what was I saying?
God, I hate getting interrupted.
I appreciate you sending the link. I was put it on the top.
It's a guy about to get clipped.
No worries. What was I don't remember now. God damn it! So I hate getting interrupted. So I always forget. Yeah. Does anybody know where the fuck
They were
I'm
talking about how you look like penis.
Shut up.
I wasn't paying attention.
That's why I yell at people when they interrupt. Like, I cannot fucking stand that because then I lose my train of thought.
Oh, JB being a rap piece of shit. Now I'm seeing a fact.
No. I was at a very specific point.
That Cool's boring. Trying to jog your memory, bro.
But, all right, so where were we? Yeah, I don't fucking remember now. Jesus Christ.
About doxing.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. This is why I fucking hate it when people interrupt me. Because it's like I'm like about to finish my fucking story and... Ugh. All right. Now I'm trying to think. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was saying. God damn it.
Best state in the union, and everybody should move here and fuck Arizona.
Amazing.
Texas.
Wish more people would leave Arizona, to be honest with you.
Except for Beaumont, Texas.
But yeah, so when it comes to this